Okay, how many times have you gotten like a last minute phone call and you have to go out with your girls, or you got invited to a party and you don't know what kind of look to really rock for an evening look? This is a quick, easy way to get ready fast, and it works on everybody. It's a really easy way to get that evening kind of glamour. We start off with the highlight shade to carmindize the face, always, and we're using a fan brush to put that right on top of the cheekbones first. Because during the day or in the evening, this carmindizing of the face always makes you look glowy and beautiful. So we start off right here, and I do like a C formation. So it's like the temples, top of the cheekbones, just kind of dust back and forth. Now you want to get it underneath the brow bone, right underneath that eyebrow, from the inside to the outside to really highlight that eye. Get on both sides. And this is almost like a sheer vanilla shade, but no matter what skin tone you have, if you download the Carmindy app and avatar yourself, you can find the exact highlight shades, all shades that work for you. Now we also want to put this color on the inside corner of the eye, and we are now carmindized. So we want to bring in some definition to the eye, so we're going to line the upper lash line with a chocolate brown pencil, and we're doing small little dashes. And we're going a little bit heavier than you would for daytime, because we want to make a little bit more of a statement. So we're just tracing that upper lash line. And then, of course, one of my all-time favorite tricks is to grab the angle brush and smooth over top. During the daytime, you just want to smudge a light layer and then use your finger, but since we're going out at night, we're going to use a little thicker lash line, and we're going to use a little bit more of a smudge on top, and also wing it just a little bit on the outer corners. This is a little bit more dramatic for evening. So you want to take it to the other side, and we're using chocolate brown, but again, your colors are in the app. So small little dashes. Work your way towards the inner corner of the eye. And we're going to smooth over with that angle brush. And you don't have to know exactly how to line your eye line perfectly. You can just practice by doing the small little dashes, and pretty soon you'll get really good at it. I don't want you to get discouraged every time you try and just give up on eyeliner. So just smooth it over with that angle brush. And now you're ready to bring in some eyeshadows. So for our evening eyeshadows, we're doing two shades, one on the lid and one in the crease. So the first one is from my QUARTZ palette, and it's a nice kind of medium mid-tone shade, kind of a quartzy purple. And this goes right across the lid, so where we applied that liner up into the crease. And the reason why I like to sweep right over that liner is because it softens the liner so you don't have that harsh line. And if you know my makeup, you know how subtle and soft it is. It's not harsh, it's not garish, it's totally wearable, and some of these tricks that I do is what makes it that way. So this softens that liner. So we're just applying it, again, from the lash line across the lid up into crease. So already we're becoming more evening. Now we're going to take the darkest shade in the palette, which is the contour shade, and we're going to sweep that in two key places. First, we're going to put it right into the crease, sweep it back and forth into the crease. It gives a little definition. Kind of gives it a little bit more drama for evening. See that? Really simple. And if you don't know where your crease is, ladies, I always say tap that brush at the back of your eyeball, boom, boom, and that's where your crease is. So sweep back and forth. And if you have a crease that tends to be a little bit what I call bedroom eyes, which is a little bit farther down, sweep a little bit above that crease, and that'll lift it up. And what I like to do at this point is go over with a little bit more of that highlight just to soften. And then pull out your magic eraser. And your magic eraser is the foundation sponge that we use to apply a foundation with your basic face. And this cleans up any eyeshadow that might have fallen underneath the eyes. Now that same contour color that we put in the crease just now, we're now going to smudge that also underneath the lower lash lines using an angle brush. I don't like using pencil underneath the lower lash line. I feel it's too harsh, so I always stick with powder, shadow, and an angle brush. And see how much softer that looks? It's just more wearable. And again, you're getting ready fast. You don't have a lot of time. So this is a great evening look in a flash that always works. So you want to finish off with mascara, and we're using black mascara, black as night, and sweep from root to tip, and get those full lashes for evening. And see, already these eyes have got drama for nighttime. Because it is darker, so you want makeup that's a little bit bolder so it stands out a little bit more. If you just go out at night rocking your day face, your like 5-minute face or your work face, you know what that's going to do is just kind of disappear at night. You need a little bit more intensity so it stands up against the darker light. And this is the way to do it. And again, it doesn't matter what size or shape your eyes are. This is a look that always works. And we're doing a little on the lower lash line. And now it's time to bring in a little bit of color. So we're bringing in blush. And this is a really pretty pink shade. And for evening, it's not just the apples, it's all the way back to the hairline. So apples and sweep back. And what I like to do sometimes is start underneath the cheekbone, like right here, or actually right at the bottom of it, and sweep upwards. In this upward motion, it kind of lifts the face a little bit, and then just back to the hairline. Just a really nice way to use that blush. And see, I'm using a big fluffy powder brush, and this is going to flush the cheek a lot better than a tiny little blush brush. It looks a lot softer, a lot more subtle, a lot prettier. And now, last but not least, is lip gloss, because you want that high shine in the evening so it captures light and gives a little bit of more attention. And we're using a nice pink lip gloss shade. And you just sweep that on, and don't worry about lipstick because the gloss is shiny enough for evening. And it's all about that eye. We intensified that eye so we don't need a lot on the lips too, because that'll be too overwhelming. We want to keep the face balanced. And look at how fast and easy that evening look is from day to night in a flash.